Hey guys, welcome to the Storm Shelter. This is Timothy. I wanted to start something where we're going to go over the 38 parables of Jesus. So this is Palpable Parables. Hey guys, today I'm going to do another parable, but this time it's going to be two parables put into one because they're essentially the same thing, just two different ways of saying it. And that's new cloth on an old coat and new wine in old wineskins. Okay. So to start us off, we're in the book of Matthew, chapter 9, verses 16 to 17. It reads, "No one sews a patch of unshrunk cloth on an old garment, for the patch will pull away from the garment, making the tear worse. Neither do the people pour new wine into old wineskins. If they do, the skins will burst. The wine will run out, and the wineskins will be ruined. No, they pour new wine into new wineskins, and both are preserved." Now, it continues on in the book of Mark, chapter 2, verses 21 to 22. And it reads, "No one sews a patch of unshrunk cloth on an old garment. Otherwise, the new piece will pull away from the old, making the tear worse. And no one pours new wine into old wineskins. Otherwise, the wine will burst the skins, and both the wine and the wineskins will be ruined. No, they pour new wine into new wineskins." As well, we hear in the book of Luke, chapter 5, verses 36 to 39, "He told them this parable. No one tears a piece of a new garment to patch an old one. Otherwise, they will have torn the new garment, and the patch from the new will not match the old. And no one pours new wine into old wineskins. Otherwise, the new wine will burst the skins. The wine will run out, and the wineskins will be ruined. No, new wine must be poured into new wineskins. And no one, after drinking old wine, wants the new, for they say the old is better." Now you see, what Jesus is showing us is that his new doctrines do not match the old rites of the Pharisees, which require a lot of fasting. Jesus was actually being asked at that time from the disciples of John the Baptist why his disciples did not fast like them or the Pharisees. So you see, back then when they fasted, it was to express personal humility and repentance and to speed up the arrival of the Messiah. And the disciples didn't fast as a proclamation that the Messiah had already arrived. Even though fasting was not wrong, it was being taught then that anyone who didn't fast was less devout in their faith. Jesus' response to those questions was an analogy of a wedding that the guests do not mourn while celebrating with the groom. Once the groom is gone, then they will fast. His statement about being taken away was an early indication that Jesus would not reign in his first coming. Pertaining to the patch and cloth, Jesus was saying something new and different was occurring, and a new era was dawning, and the old methods did not apply. Jesus was alerting his disciples that his new message of the new covenant was too fresh and vital to be attached to an old garment. See, no one likes to give up anything that is familiar and that is comfortable. That is especially true when it comes to something that has been a controlling point for our view of reality, morality, and religion. We tend to plug in a new good experience or teaching into our old religious context and try to make it fit. What Jesus was saying is that what he brings cannot be made to fit in the old order and old forms of religion with which the Jews were familiar. To try would be destructive to both old and the new. What Jesus brings is new, fresh, and transformational. It will tear apart anything that tries to force it into another way of doing, perceiving, and experiencing. It will destroy it completely. Becoming a follower of the way, a Christian, is a whole new life for all of us. Not another religion to be thrown into the mix of faiths that's in the world as we speak. Jesus was starting something different than anything else the world has ever seen. The mix of the old and the new doesn't work. Trying to patch old things with new will only destroy the old further. Trying to fill old wineskins with new wine will destroy old wineskins. Wine, when it is fermenting, will expand and breathe. It's constantly in and out, in and out. With it expanding, old wineskins would burst because the old skins are stiff, hard, and they're brittle. There's no elasticity to it whatsoever. New wineskins, however, are flexible and have elasticity to them, which make them perfect for new wine. As it breathes, and it moves, and it shifts with the new wine. We, too, must be pliable and flexible, willing to accept the changes and learn new ways and things to better our lives and strengthen our resolve in God. Old ways of thinking and living will not work when being a follower of Jesus. That is why so many struggle with dropping things from their old lives and trying to make them fit into their new lives with God. That is not something that can happen. You must grow and drop the things of the past in order to gain the new of your new life. Keep that in mind, guys. We cannot hold on to the same things that we did when we were of the world, because now that we're born again, it's a whole new life. We shed and purge those things that are of the world, that don't belong of God. And we welcome everything in that is of God. It's a process. It really is. There's some things that it takes a while to do so, and that's where sanctifying and everything comes in, and that's an even longer process for some individuals. Some, it's not that long, but we're never, ever going to be done being sanctified. It's like we're never going to be perfect. We're always going to be working on ourselves, working towards God, trying to be how He wants us to be. In Ephesians chapter 4, verses 22 to 24, it reads, "You were taught with regard to your former way of life, to put off your old self, which is being corrupted by its deceitful desires, to be made new in the attitude of your minds, and to put on the new self, created to be like God in true righteousness and holiness." In Isaiah chapter 43, verses 18 to 19, it reads, "Forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland." So you see, guys, there's so much that Jesus is trying to say there, just by saying a simple parable about a patch on an old clothing. Because if you guys can think of, if you put a patch on old clothing, the old clothing is going to continue to wither and unravel away, while the new patch is trying to stretch the old clothing to fit, and it's just not going to work. Same thing with the old wine and the new wine and the old wine skins, like I was saying. New wine, as it ferments, it's breathing. It's releasing plumes of air. It's constantly expanding and contracting, expanding and contracting. The old wineskins won't be able to hold the new wine because it's hard leather. It's already been made to where it's done that already, and now it can't anymore. If you go to try, it's just going to burst wide open. You'll have wine everywhere. It's just like you're not going to put old wine in new wineskins either. The new wineskins are made for the new wine. And so our lives have to reflect that as well. We can't bring everything that we were using or doing or our ways of thinking or living from our past life as worldly into the new life that is with Jesus, that is with God. I hope this helps some of you guys. This certainly has helped open my eyes to what more Jesus has been trying to say. I love you guys, and God bless you all. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that thumbs up and the subscribe button so you can stick around for more content about God. I love you guys.